Welcome back. I am Aman with you to solve the LeetCode problem, and today's problem number is 36, valid Sudoku. I think you are already played the Sudoku game when you are kid, or when you are big. I mean when you are young you already play this game. I guess so. If not, I'll tell you how we can play this game and what are the approach to check whether the Sudoku is valid or not. So yeah, let's go start. So first of all, we read the problem. Based on that, I am telling you how we can solve the Sudoku board in the correct order and what are the rules for that. So yeah, let's go. So here's the question. Determine if a 9 cross 9 Sudoku board is valid. Only the valid shall need to be validate according to the following rules. See here, the rule is already given. Each row must contain digit 1 to 9 without repetition. Each column must contain digit 1 to 9 without repetition. In each 9, 3 into 3 sub boxes of the grid must be contain digit 1 to 9 without repetition. Note, a Sudoku board partially filled could you valid but could be valid but is not necessary to solvable. Solve. Okay, so we have to, there is no need to we have to solve exactly what are the missing values are there. Only the filled cell need to be validated according to the mentioned rule. We have to check whether the rule is followed by the given boxes or the given row and column. So basically you can see here there were 9 columns and 9 rows, and we are dividing into sub boxes with 9 boxes in each row and column with the help of row and column. So suppose here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There is 9 boxes in each boxes. We have containing 9 boxes. Dividing the 9 cross 9 means 9 nines are 81. Total number of boxes here, small boxes, are 81. 81 divided into 9 small boxes. So you can see here we can divide into like this. Okay, you already see in the example, and I will tell you first with my handwritten notes what exactly we have to do here. So yeah, let's go to see that. Yeah, here let's understand problem again. We have given 9 cross 9 Sudoku board partially filled. Here we can already see was that filled boxes there were partially filled. We have to check whether they are following the following conditions or not, or the rule is followed by this Sudoku board or not. Let's go to see here. uh, so we have given 9 cross 9 Sudoku board partially filled. We must check if the current configuration is valid based on Sudoku rules. Meaning, each row must be contain unique digit from 1 to 9, each column must contain unique digit from 1 to 9, and each 3 into 3 sub boxes must be contain unique digit from 1 to 9. And the given note is check the validity, not solubility, and not the empty cell. Empty cell means represented with a dot are ignored, means whatever the empty cell we have to ignore that thing. We have to check the validity only, not the solubility based on the question. So yeah, the approach with the easy logic is here, like create 9 subset of rows, 9 set of column, and 9 set of boxes. Yeah, this one is the first step we are going to see in our example. So yeah, the next thing is, for every cell, row and column are there, skip it when there is a blank or there is a dot. Yeah, if there is nothing we have to just skip it. If there is some values we have to uh, check if the current number already exists in the same row, same column, and the 3 into 3 boxes. Whatever we have made 3 into 3 boxes, for each boxes we are checking. So the next thing, if any duplicates is found, we have to simply return false. If the the Sudoku board not follow the rule, then we have to return false. Otherwise, check after checking all the cell, return true. Means we have to check each cell and whether it's clear, it's follow all the rules. We have to just keep true. Otherwise, what we have to print false. Yeah, so the space complexity and time complexity for this is basically big of 9 cross 9 or big of 1. Since all grids is fixed, here I write fix due to the small mm, due to in small size. I am just telling here I write fix due to the size is fixed. The size of grid is fixed, that's why the time complexity is big of 9 cross 9 or big of 1. Yeah, and the space complexity is big of 9 cross 9 again, or we can say big of 1, only the small fixed set, because of there is a small fix of set, that's why we are simply take big of 1, or because it is an integer, that's why it's look that's why it give the space complexity is big of 1, or we can say that based on their grid size 9 cross 9, big of 9 cross 9 will be the space complexity as well as the time complexity. So the next thing we have see here is this code implementation, how we will implement the code. Before that, one thing I tell you, and with this example is like here, in this example you can see there is 9 small boxes. Let's count from 0 to 8. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and let's count the column and rows also starting from 0. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So how we will play this game basically? So if suppose we are taking in 0 comma 0 index by the row and column, we are taking the first box 5. So if we are getting 5 in this column again, so simply we are returning false, because according to the rule there is a unique element or the unique number in the certain row as well as column. So if suppose 5 is also in this column again, so we will print it as false. And the third condition is, suppose the 5 is already here and somewhat here also 5 uh, above of the 8, suppose here where I am pointing, so it will also give false, because in this box or in this row or in this column will contain only unique numbers. So here we go with the example, whatever we have. So whatever the here given plotted number in this Sudoku board, uh, this is just shown here again with the input. Okay, so here we can see in each row and each column having unique number, as well as in the certain 3 cross 3 boxes is also contain same thing, like the unique number in there in that. Okay, that's why it's give true. And if we see in example 2, there is a board like here. Here you can see the board. I'm just copy pasting here. Yeah, so if we see here, or I just zoom it this part, if you can see in this Sudoku board, like we have to check why it's giving here false. You have to think now why it's giving false. Let's see in this example whether the digit is not whether it's follow the rule or not. So just check it first. So let's see the first row and first column and the first grid also, 3 cross 3 box. So in the first row 8 is unique, 3 is unique, and 7 is unique. Same as in this. Yeah, sorry for the pause. Now the next thing, we have to check same wise in the column. If it is unique in the column, we have to just print is true, otherwise we have to print false. So here you can see in the column also there where 8 is exist, 8 is exist in this column, so simply we can write it here false. And there is any other thing that is wrong here, let's check. And you can see the explanation also. uh, Example 1 expected with the 5 in keep in the top of the left corner. Here you can see keep 5 in the top of the leftmost corner in example 1 being modified to 8. We are just modifying the second example with 8. That's why it's gives false, because in the first column or the on the top of the box we are just placed it before 5, now we are changes to 8. That's why it's give like false, because in this column 8 is already exist here, and that's why it's giving false. Okay, I think you understood what the basically thing we have to do here. Yeah, so the since there is 8 in R2 in the leftmost 3 cross 3 sub boxes, that's why it is an invalid. Yeah, I think you understood. So let's see the code part also. I'm just telling here. Yeah, so the coding part, before that you can see here the grid. uh, in this, you can see the grid formation here from 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 number of boxes. Yeah, based on that we have to check with the row, column and boxes. Yeah, so basically I'm using here hash set to check the there is any duplicacy or not in the certain column, row and the 3 cross 3 boxes. Yeah, so here we go. We are firstly initializing all the row, column and boxes. So hash set column, hash set of character row for making an array of row, hash set of size 9. We have to implement 9 row, 9 column and 9 number of set of boxes. Each boxes contain 9 element or 9 digit, and in that boxes all the 9 digits should be unique from 1 to 9. Okay, so the next thing, firstly we have to initialize it, and the second thing we have to just give the value through this. Okay, so initializing I with 0 to 9, and we are assigning or for the checking we are just take row, array of row equals to hash set. Just we are taking the row, column and boxes here. After that, for the traversal we are doing this thing. For the traversal, for the checking whether the element is unique or not, we are writing this uh, loop, two loops. Based on that we are checking whether the boxes contain unique element or the row contain unique element, and the last thing, column. These all should be contain unique element in that particular boxes, row and column. So if we, I have already tell you, if we have a empty box or a null, we have to just skip it that and continue to the next. Okay, so here is one rule or the one formula by which we are checking all the row, column and the boxes that are belongs to there or not. For that we have one formula here, like row divided by 3 into column plus column divided by 3, that's we find which boxes cell, row and column belongs to use, like which row and column we are checking. For that we are using this box index formula, row divided by 3 into 3 plus column divided by 3. First we have to check the row. If the row contains that value, then we have to return false. Otherwise we have to do row plus add that value. If that row contain already that value, like suppose in that second example 8 is already exist in their column, so we are returning false. Otherwise we can just add 8 in that column. Okay, same as for the column and same as for the boxes. So if the box index dot contain that value, then we have to return false. Otherwise we have to add that value in that respective box. Okay, in that box we have to add that value. So if all these three conditions are true, then we have to simply return true. Otherwise what we have to return? False, false or false. If any of that condition is false, we have to simply return false in that way. Okay, so let's see here in the code. I write the same thing here, and I think you understood by my explanation. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. I think you understand this, and this is the medium level problem of LeetCode that we are solving today. And I think you understand this problem also in the very easy way. I think you must be understand all the points whatever I tell you, and let's check it whether it is working or not. This code is working fine. Here we can see both the test cases are passed. In the first test case all the elements are written in the perfect manner, so that's give true. And in the second there is 8 in the in the respective two rows, that's why it's give false here. And the expected output is also match. Let's submit it. By this easy implementation of code we are just beating 39. Before that I think we beat 60. I have one another code, but I think you can understand by that code also. Just I'm checking whether it is here or not. This one is not. Yeah, this is the second code that I have. Let's check this code whether it is working fine. I'm just beating the runtime, that's why I'm using this. This is also acceptable. Here we see the I'm applying the same condition but in the another way. Like here you can see the box formula. For checking which row or column we are. Okay, by this formula we are checking, and again we are checking the same thing. If the row, column and the boxes having already that number, so we have to return false. Otherwise if they are unique, then we are returning true. So that this is the code, this is the second code we have, and let's just check it. Was there a runtime and other thing? Previously I think I beat the 99%, but I don't know why I'm submitting again this code. That's why it's showing only 60.98% bit, because I've already submitted this code. So I think you understood all the basic problem what we have exactly. The previous one, this one is the previous one code, and this was the easy implementation. I think you all are understand by this given code and the written code that what I am giving to you. So thank you for watching this video. Keep learning and keep practicing. I think you all will be the best coder, and you may be the best coder in your life. So thank you. Let's see the next problem in the next video. I think you're having interest in this videos what I am doing. So thank you everyone.